Well, hello. It's 7:41 a.m. It's Tuesday, January 27th, and I'm live on the Facebooks. And if you're watching this somewhere else or at some other time, just know that's still very important to me. And I'm very appreciative. But I'm just not live for you. You're watching the recording. But still, hang out. See what sort of inane things happen to jump into my brain, which on this morning in particular could be a long list of things because I haven't really slept. And that often leads to weirdness and language choices that can be problematic in terms of comprehension. Laura, hello. It looks like Teresa's here and Debbie's here. Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. For those who did not happen to catch some of the videos I posted from earlier, so I got in to Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport at about 2:30, no, about 2:15 this morning. I had the car dug out by around 2:40, 2:45. Went home, took a shower, and came here. And off we go. I have no room to complain because I had a great weekend. My wife and I had a trip planned long before the storm was a brewing, so to speak, and we got to take that trip. The way home was a little bit of a circus in terms of canceled flights and delays, but ultimately gave us another day, which we tried to make the most of. And then somehow our way home took us through Boston, which has like 2 feet of snow. God bless the people at Logan Airport in Boston. Good Lord. I don't know how you kept things moving. I think the hardest part for us is we were on, after the delays, we finally got on board our plane to come home at like 9:30 last night in Boston. Excuse me. But we didn't actually take off until midnight. It was one of those things where I think they didn't have a lot of the runways open, and everybody had to kind of wait and go through the de-icer stuff and whatever. But my goodness, those crews out working on the ground in that cold and that snow. I mean, same as CVG, obviously they're working their buns off as well. But it was still actively snowing for a lot of the time we were in Boston. So crazy. Anyway, so here we are, hanging out. I don't know, when you're the kind of tired that I am right now, do you get the, like, maybe you're like a little nauseous? You're like, my tum-tum's doing stuff. Don't like how my tum-tum feels. That's sort of where I am. And I knew I would be that way, and so I brought some ginger ale. And I'm sucking on some ginger ale. And the other thing that I do is just get really hungry, which is an odd balance of things. Maybe I'm going to upchuck, but also I'd like to eat everything in sight. It's not a great combination, but I came up here. My neighbor, God bless my neighbor, made chili while we were out of town, brought some over to my son, and there was still a little bit left, and then I brought that with me to work. It's great. Thank you, Sue. So sweet. And then I ate some ramen. I've had 2 huge cups of coffee. Gomer left me a bunch of Snickers and Kit Kats in my room because he slept in here the other night. And at some point, he and I probably will need to have like a good old-fashioned sleepover in here and hook up an old Nintendo and just, it's what this room is truly meant for. Can you imagine me and Gummer just on a random weekend night deciding we're going to have a slumber party in here and hook up an old Nintendo Entertainment System to my Commodore 64 monitor with my Return of the Jedi lunchbox sitting on top of it? That's a magical evening. That's a magical evening. And yes, it was a special birthday for Callie over the weekend, and so did a special thing. She had a wonderful trip planned for me a little ways back now, because I'm a little older than she is. And we went to New York and saw 3 Broadway shows. So that was great. And then for her birthday, I really wanted to do something where she could just get by the beach and chill. And she loves to be down near the water. I wanted to be far enough south where we were not going to be hit by a cold snap. Sometimes, and probably some of you experience this, where you're like, hey, it's January or February, we're going to go down to Florida. But you don't get far enough south, and then all of a sudden you get one of those cold snaps and it's 40. Did that once on a spring break in college. I think we were somewhere in we were in Panama City. And I'm in my jorts, waiting to get into Club La Vila. Me. This guy was waiting to get into Club La Vila. Even as I say that sentence, I realize how ridiculous it is. Anyway, just freezing. And I didn't want that. And so we went to Aruba. And it was wonderful. It really was wonderful. I would be remiss if I did not admit that I had at least a tinge of guilt that I was not here to help with the weather coverage. Even looked at maybe coming back on Saturday, but the problem was the flight on Saturday would have taken us to Atlanta, and the ice storm was already canceling flights there, and yada yada yada. So anyway, here we are. We're back now, and we are sleepless in Seattle. No, we're not. We're in Cincinnati. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Arrived at CVG, 2 o'clock this morning. Dug the car out, got a shower. I think I brushed my teeth. Can't be 100% sure. Andy, how the heck are you, man? Holy cow. Long time no see in terms of your name. And in any other way, I guess, buddy. Yeah, it's a lot of snow. My dude, it's a lot of snow. Steve Knuckles, what's going on, brother? I hope all is well. You're out on the truck today. Be careful. I can't imagine being out on a run, on a fire call on a day like this. Golly, just everything freezing up. Be careful. Stay warm, man. Hello, Amelia. What's up? Larry, how are you? It's good to see you. Sorry if I seem a little sleepy. I got to pick it back up because I'm Jen Dalton and I jumping on Star 64 here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes if you're watching live, which means it's 7:50 a.m. right now. If it's a different time, in a different place, or then this is a recorded version of our little experience. So be not confused. Be not confused. I'm sorry. I gotta perk back up. Yeah. One thing you might note is I've not put anything on my face, and this is technically wake up and makeup time. But I got a little sun, and when I get a little sun, I don't do much with my face other than try to blend stuff together. I mean, obviously the circles under my eyes are what they are, but I'm just gonna put some powder so I don't look too shiny, like sweaty shiny. Did John make his bed? He did clean up the air mattress. He returned it to how it was, which wasn't actually, he returned it better than it was, because it wasn't in great shape in here to begin with, as most of you know who have spent time in here with me. But yeah, he did a great job. Yeah, Carrie, I didn't quite understand what you were talking about at first, but I hope that's all settled. We had 1 foot exactly at our apartment here in Centerville during the storm. Yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot of flipping snow, man. It's a lot of snow. I've been hearing a lot of great stories of neighbors kind of checking up on each other, making sure everybody's good, you know, which is awesome. So keep doing that, especially with your elderly neighbors, or, you know, folks who just aren't able to get out a ton for whatever reason, because obviously that is only going to be heightened right now, and those are good and important stories to see. That by golly, humans, we can be nice to each other when we want to be. It's a beautiful thing, yeah? More of that. More of that would be great. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. That was literally my makeup session this morning. You just saw it. You just saw the magic unfold before your eyes. It was a lot. It was obviously a lot. So let's soak it up together. I am babbling a lot because I'm sleepy, and the likelihood of an FCC violation much higher today from me, because no sleep, no REM cycles. I try on planes anymore, but between my back and when like turbulence, I don't like, I like this when there's turbulence, like, oh, hey, Gilly, go. Like, that's what I do. Like, I don't just sit still. Like, I react with the plane. It's as if the plane and I are one. And so yeah, it's hard for me to rest on a plane. Well, the thing that I do to try to calm so I don't do this completely, is I do like my guts. Like I tighten my core, like, as if tightening my core is somehow going to balance the plane. Like, that's how powerful my abs are. If I just like that, all this plane's like, cool, man. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for that core work. We'll level out now. I gotta go be on TV. You should watch. We're on Star 64. You should watch. If you're not in the Cincinnati area, go to local12.com. I think it's on there. Or go to get you the News On app. Isn't that a place where a lot of something you watch, right? Right. News On, and you like pick the Cincinnati region or whatever. I think we're on there. I think so. Anyway, I'm gonna go be on TV. Come hang out. It'll be great. Thanks, everybody. Stay warm. Stay warm.